Good morning, all of you. I hope you all are doing good at your home and you all are enjoying winter vacations. So, yesterday we studied that lesson number 16, Wisdom at Last, is over now because I have explained exercises of this lesson and question answers are also there in that study one. Also, one option is there, study material. There I have uploaded that question answers of this lesson. From there you can complete it in your notebook. You have to complete it. All the question answers are uploaded here of this lesson. You have to complete it. Okay. So I hope when you will come to the school, your lesson number 16 will be completed. And exercises, that grammar portion exercises of this lesson was already over, as I that explained in the classes only when classes were going on. So all exercises are over. So today we are starting with our lesson number 17, the tiger. So lesson number 17 is the tiger. So this is a poem. The tiger is a poem. It is about the tiger. So now we are starting with reading, and after reading, once the reading will be finished, we will explain. I'll explain this lesson to all of you, this poem, and then we will continue with our exercises. So lesson number 17, the tiger. Let's start the poem. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeper skies burned the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? This was the poem. Once again, let's read the poem and then explanation will be started. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeper skies burned the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews too of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what furnace was thy brain? What the anvil, what dread grasp dare its deadly terrors clasp? When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears, did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So this was the poem. Now let's come to the explanation of this poem. So, tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? So, in this first and second line, first two lines, first and second line, tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night. So in these first two lines, the God that the poet is expressing, he is appreciating the fire. He is appreciating the fire of the tiger that is in tiger's eye. And in this third and fourth line, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? So in this third and fourth lines, he appreciates the wings and the hands of the creator, that who has created the tiger. So here we are talking about God. So tiger burning bright. The tiger who is in the forest is burning like a fire, because he is looking yellow, like yellow fire is there in his eyes. In the forest of the night. So he is in the forest in the night, and in the forest night is there, and he is burning like a fire. His eyes is burning like a fire. What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? What immortal? Immortal here, immortal means who can never die. Means what immortal hand or eye? What here we are talking about in this third line, we are talking about God. That what immortal hand or eye, what God has created like such animal which is could frame thy fearful symmetry, which is like a beautiful symmetry. Symmetry means that one such shape where both parts are same. So if we see half tiger from this side and half tiger from this side, both are properly same. So how and what an immortal hand and eye has God made, could frame thy fearful symmetry, that it is looking very fearful, but it is asymmetrically equal. In what distant deeper skies burn the fire of thine eyes. So here he talks about the eyes of the tiger. What distance deeper sky? It is looking like we have never seen a tiger like we can see it in a heaven, like this much creature God has made burn the fire of thine eyes, that he wonders from which distance and fire has been brought and put into the eyes of the tiger. Here the poet is expressing the eyes of the tiger. On what wings dare he aspire? It is not an ordinary fire. That what hand dare seize the fire? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? So here it is not poet is explaining that it is not an ordinary fire of the world, but it is a very divine fire, which makes the eyes of the tiger very fierce. It looks fierce. And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? Sinews means that ligaments of our body. So here the poet is explaining the ligaments and all muscles of tiger. So he is saying, and what shoulder and what art, what God has made, what shoulder of tiger God has made, and what a art he has made, could twist the sinews of thy heart, that God has given a shape to his heart. God has also given him heart. And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet. So here poet is praising the power and the amazing art of God, which helped him creating tiger's heart. So here poet is praising the power and the amazing art of God, like God has helped him creating tiger's heart. So he is very fierce, but still he has heart. What the hammer, what the chain, in what furnace was thy brain? So here that God is being like a blacksmith, like an iron man who is creating these things. What the hammer, what the chain. Here poet is explaining about God, that what the hammer, what the chain. That he talks about the brain of the tiger, that in what furnace was thy brain. He is talking about brain of the tiger, that God has given him a sharp brain, which God has used to create the brain of the tiger. And what anvil, what red grass, dare its deadly terrors clap. So all these tools, hammers and chain, all these tools are used by the ironsmith, blacksmith, to create a solid item. So for creating a solid item, a blacksmith and ironsmith use all these things, that chain, that furnace, hammer, these things he used. And God has also used such things to create such a fierce animal. When the stars threw down their spears and watered heaven with their tears. So here, when the stars threw down their spears, here poem tends to convey that this deadly animal, this is very fierce animals, and after making this animal, after creating these animals, the stars threw down their spears. The stars would have seen this and watered heaven with their tears. After making this, God's tears must have fell down that he has created such a thing. Did he smile his work to see? So the poet is expressing about the God, that after making such animal, did God ever smile of his work, that what has he created? Did he who made the lamb make thee? So did he the same God? Is he the same God who made the lamb? Because lamb is very innocent. Lamb is also an animal, and he is very innocent, very meek, quiet. So he has also made a very quiet animal. Make thee. He has made us, and like he has made us and the lamb, which is very quiet and very innocent, and he is only the one who has made such beautiful and such dreadful that animal. Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night. So the eyes of the tiger are burning like a fire in the forest of the night. What immortal hand or eye? That here again he is explaining about God, that what immortal hands or eyes of this God, that they are frame thy fearful symmetry, that he has made such wonderful creature. So all the features of the tiger, he wonders that it is only God who has done and who has dared to create such animal, such a deadly animal. So I hope you have enjoyed this poem, and today's homework is, do one thing, read this full poem and write 8 lines poem in your notebook of this lesson number 17, the tiger. Read full poem and write only 8 lines, and write word power of this lesson in the notebook. 8 lines poem in the notebook, word power of this lesson in the notebook, lesson number 17, the tiger, and read full poem. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Now with the question answers and other exercises, we will continue with tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, you enjoyed this poem, and you have understood it. So do one thing, read again this poem. So whatever is left, you will understand it properly. Thank you.